Hey guys, I just wanted to start off the video really quickly by saying that this is the amount of editing and cuts and stuff that I want to do in this video, I'm just not able to do because every time I am, DaVinci is just crashing for me. This has only started happening with the newest update. It's really unfortunate, but I'm just going to upload this video as is. So again, I do apologize for that, but enjoy the video. It is going to be a longer one. I do apologize, but usually these tier list videos are. So feel free to skip to the end like most people do. I do it too. I don't feel bad if you do. Just, you know, if you do, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, that's all I ask in exchange. I know people aren't going to be happy with this tier list, but I don't really care. These are my opinions. This is how I feel. And, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy. I would say MW... MW... Wow, I just ate, if you can't tell, so...
Yeah.
It's not that like I'm putting it. If I were to put it at mid, it's not me saying that it's bad. It's just that it's like
It's old.
It's old, and I will. You know what? We'll do this. We'll drop this mid, and then the MWR I'll put at fantastic. I think MWR is genuinely just the improved version of MW, which is exactly what it was supposed to be. I think MWR was really good. And I don't know. The original MW was the original MW.
I played more of MWR than Infinite Warfare.
I liked both of those games, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
MW I'd say is mid. It's either gonna be good or mid. It won't ever be higher than these two though. But I'm gonna put it down here at mid because MWR is just better than it. It is.
Yeah.
The campaign isn't bad on Modern Warfare. I think it's probably the weakest of the three Modern Warfares.
Oh no, 2 and 3 definitely were.
Oh yeah,
vast improvement.
The multiplayer wasn't bad. It just wasn't as great. I think all the things I didn't necessarily like about the multiplayer kind of got improved or fixed with MWR.
Yeah.
World at War, I'm gonna put above it because it's basically it has zombies. It's the first zombies game. It has zombies. It's pretty much the same exact multiplayer, but World War II, so there's no difference there.
Wasn't it also a good, like...
And the campaign was really good. Campaign was really good. The only thing that's really keeping this from great is the fact that the multiplayer is exactly the same from COD 4, but it's just World War II. And which is really funny because people say that CODs now are copy-paste, and like the older CODs are so much more copy-paste than modern CODs realistically are. It's really crazy because these two games are almost identical to each other in multiplayer.
The only thing I would say that's like where it's not really copy paste is when they went from Ghosts to AW to BO3, but then BO3 to Infinite Warfare was pretty much copy paste. But then they did World War II or whatever that was. I forgot what it was called.
World War II.
Which is, you know, vast difference from the super fucking...
people are gonna hate me. People are gonna hate me in this video so much, but I'm not here to be a popular person, as in have popular mainstream opinions. No. I'm here to share the truth, my truth, and nothing but the truth. MW2...
is a lot of people's favorite COD.
MW3 is better. It's so funny how both MW3s shine over their MW2 counterparts. But it does have a lot of improvements over World at War, so we'll put it in great. Black Ops, it's Black Ops. It's Black Ops.
Yeah.
The only downside, realistically, that I have to Black Ops is, the sniping was kind of heavily hit on that game. Like it had a lot of like sway and stuff. That was about it. But I think Black Ops has one of the best campaigns. Usually the Black Ops games have the best campaigns, but the zombies were good.
What are the numbers?
I think Black Ops had good zombies, but I think
that's when they introduced Kino and... Like,
Kino, yeah, but Kino was supposed to be a World at War map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Ops has good zombies, but I think that a bit of it is slightly overrated. or misremembered and, you know, rose-tinted glasses. But no, Black Ops
Bro,
is
you can
definitely
play
one
as
of the better ones.
JFK.
Exactly. That's really what puts it in fantastic, being able to play as JFK, loading in and out of 5 over and over until you get JFK. Now, MW3, easily fantastic. The best campaign out of the 3 of them, the best multiplayer out of the 3 of them, and out of the 2 that had the survival specialist mode, it did it better. MW3 is literally just an improved version of MW2. MW3 is just the better version of MW2 in every way possible.
Would you say it's better than Black Ops, or would you say it's...
No, I'm gonna leave. I had actually put MWR over. I'm gonna leave Black Ops at the top of fantastic, but it's not gonna stay there for very long. Black Ops 2, the first goated entry right here, the first. It is without a doubt up there. I will say though, the only part that really lacks, in my opinion, about Black Ops 2 is the zombies. I think the zombies is good, but I think its later half is really where it starts to shine, like Buried and Origins. That's when it really starts to shine.
When they really started going into like sort of like the story, like away from like the like transit sort of story. It's when they started going into the premise crew and then into the Ultimus crew type of story. That's when it was good.
But the multiplayer, ooh, goated.
Oh yeah.
Campaign, goated. Again, the zombies is probably the only. It's kind of like a weird inverse of Black Ops, where it's like Black Ops kind of has the better zombies a little bit, but also I don't know. Earlier zombies is just so touchy to me because it's like I just don't think that they knew what they wanted to do with it yet, and it's kind of clear that you can see that when you look at it that way, where you're like, you didn't really know what you were doing yet, did you?
Because of like BO2 zombies,
BO2
like,
towards the end,
more specifically like Origins.
That's when they were starting to piece it together.
They really started getting it together, and then obviously they did the BO3 zombie stuff, which is like sort of, it was the conclusion, really. I wasn't really a fan of BO4 zombies. It wasn't bad, but like,
we're gonna get ahead of ourselves here. We still have a few entries to go before we get to Black Ops 4.
Unfortunately.
Ghost is a heavily underrated COD that I have loved since it came out.
Dude, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg's been in COD several times. This COD had some on it, like the DLCs actually had some banger maps in them with like the kill streak stuff that you could call in, like Michael Myers and the Predator, and
I would definitely
like
say
the mariachi band people or whatever.
It's better than World at War. Yeah, I would probably say like there. I wouldn't put it higher.
I think it also had a rather unique perk system that I actually liked a lot, and I'd love to see back, where it was basically a pick 10 system, but for perks, you had a cost, and it's like you can pick all the perks that you want of any kind, but they have a cost to them. So you want to run like 10 perks, but they're all like the starting perks, then go for it. And obviously the better perks have like more cost, but like you could run basically any perk of your choosing. It just was cost, and it was really great. The campaign for Ghost, by the way, stellar campaign.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably like its shining.
Extinction. I wish IW continued with Extinction over Zombies. The only exception being IW. And I
mean, IW Zombies was actually good, though.
Yes, it was, but I'm talking more so for like this ballpark, MWZ and all that. But
that was more Treyarch doing that Zombies for them, though.
I want each of the studios to have their own independent third mode that's unique to them. So it's like every year it's kind of something new, something fresh, and it's like, oh, Modern Warfare 4 is coming out next year. Oh, new Extinction. That I love Extinction so much, dude.
Infinity Ward. Their third mode is always being the ones that get to do the new engine for some reason.
Yeah. Advanced Warfare. Ooh, people are gonna really hate me for this. The only negative that Advanced Warfare has going for it is the loot boxes. Gambling. That's the only negative for it. Other than that, it's one of the greatest multiplayer experiences COD has ever produced. One of the greatest campaigns. And Exo Zombies wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
I don't know if people would like be angry with you about that. I think like it's now I think now in the last like few years, it's kind of like people miss AW a bit.
Yeah, but I had these opinions back when it wasn't looked upon so kindly.
True. I don't know. It's just I never played the game, but obviously it's like I prefer the concept of the
The exo movement.
actual movement, like the
Yeah.
side dashes and everything, up and down. Like there's movement in every direction. I prefer that so much more over
Omni movement.
BO3 and over BO3.
I know, but no, I'm saying it's omni movement. It's exo omni movement. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
omni movement before omni movement. I just prefer that over the jetpacks from the next two games, because those are just up, down. You know, you're hovering a bit.
Yeah, farts. Yeah. Okay. So people might not be so mad about my Advanced Warfare placement. They're definitely gonna hate me for this though. BO3 is probably the weakest of the Black Ops titles.
I would say that, I mean, like, the campaign was kind of buns, because there was just a bunch of hoopla.
They mentioned Raul Mendez once. I remember that and Train Go Boom are the two things I really remember from the campaign.
Yeah, I mean, the zombies was good. Obviously, like, story-wise, if you were really into zombies, it was the best zombies. To be honest, I mean, the maps are easy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
It's not that zombies from BO3 isn't good. It's just that I think that they're way overhyped. I really do. Like, Shadows of Evil, by the way, is probably the best map on that game. And for the longest time, people hated it. But it is the best.
Well, I think people hated it, though, because it was, like, it was so different with the whole, you know, squids and shit.
Yeah. The Eldritch horror.
Yeah, like, sort of, you know, bugs and stuff. Like, it was different, but I think it worked. I mean, it's kind of what COD should always do, where they get creative with it. It's why futuristic CODs are usually the better CODs.
They are always the best.
Because they get to do whatever they want to do.
They get to flex creative freedom.
And, like, you know, there's, like, you know, why not try something different, right? You've been doing the same type of zombies for the last, you know, 3 types of games. Let's obviously, BO2 did do some different stuff, and then they kind of really cranked that up with the next
BO3,
game.
yeah, agreed.
And, like, yes, I think Shadows is probably the best map in that game. The Giant, I think, is just a bit of a, like, throwaway, because it's just a you literally can do the Easter egg on that map in 2 minutes.
Plus, it's a remaster.
Yeah, and it's a remaster. It's a really easy map to get high rounds on, though. But I think Eisendrache is good. It's the first boss fight that they ever did. Obviously, not the best boss fight.
It's not even close to
it's
that
the first one they did.
Yeah, for a first one, I guess it's not so bad.
I don't even want to count, because Shadows, where you're just shooting the shadow. That's not a boss fight. Same with the Revelations.
Where
ending.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing. You're just surviving, shooting the Margwas, the Pandas, or whatever, and then as soon as his shield breaks, because you do the whole Sophia thing, it's like, then you just shoot him into the mouth, and then boom, and then that's it. It's not really a boss fight.
I want to interject here real quick. Margwas are the best elite zombies ever made.
Oh no, they are. They're very. I mean, like, they're just the better version of Abominations.
Yeah.
And then, like, so just keep going in order. I hated Zetsubo when playing BO3 in 2015. But
I think it grew on me.
Actually, it's a very good map. The spider boss is weak, but whatever. This is the first time they ever did a mini boss. I'm gonna be honest though, it's kind of a better boss than the Eisendrache boss.
Yeah.
As long as you're not too overpowered by the time you do it, like if you kind of go into it a bit early, it's like, you know, you actually have to deal with a bunch of stuff, but like the spiders being spawned and shooting out shit and whatever. But
I know one of our runs, I'm pretty sure we nuked it in like a nanosecond.
Yeah, well, realistically, if you're going into that basically fully prepared. The only thing you're going into that for is to upgrade the KT4.
Yeah.
But then so then. And then
Go Rod time.
Go Rod. Jeez, I forgot the name. shit map. Honestly, horrible.
Yeah.
Fuck that map.
Great
Hate that
boss
map.
fight. Probably the best boss fight in
The
BO4
best
or
boss
BO3,
fight.
not BO4.
The best
BO3.
boss fight for sure. The map was built for an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And obviously it did the Easter egg.
But it was not built to
And
be a map.
The map zombies wise is actually horrible.
Yeah. It's probably one of the
just
worst.
If you're playing it just to like uber optimize and like do the Easter egg as fast as possible, do the boss fight, fine. It's a good map. But just to actually like if you just want to play zombies, it's not a good map.
No,
it's
not at all.
so bad. And then Revelations is just, it has good weapons.
You farm on Kino.
It's a good map, but like, it's a good map when you want to just play zombies
Its highlight
on,
is the Wonder Weapons.
The Easter egg is kind of underwhelming.
The highlight of Revelations is the Wonder Weapons, having the Thunder Gun,
Lil Arnie's Thunder Gun, and the Apothicon Servant.
Yeah, just it's that's the highlight of the map, really.
Yeah.
And then Chronicles, I don't even want to include in the conversation because it's just remastered maps.
Yeah, it's just remastered maps.
I really don't like when those get included in the conversation.
The most you're gonna play in the Chronicles, realistically, is Origins
or Kino.
It's
Kino or Origins.
Like the other ones are like kind of just like blah. Like if you're gonna play them, you played them in the other games.
Now, if 5 was included.
Well, didn't they have a plan to make a Chronicles 2 where they had the rest of the maps that weren't,
I
remastered?
believe that we see that kind of being those assets kind of come back in Black Ops 4, but we'll get to that. We still have to chalk through the third half of Black Ops 3 here, which is the multiplayer. And I gotta be honest, Black Ops 3 has horrible multiplayer. It wasn't that great.
The maps were like it was either hit or miss. I don't know. It was really good or really bad. There was never really like an in between.
It's
like,
just
either played well or it didn't play well.
I also think that Black Ops 3 just always looked ugly to me. It was just always horrendous.
I liked the gunplay in the multiplayer.
Same. I actually did like the multiplayer gunplay.
The reason why I didn't like the multiplayer was the player base. You have, and it's kind of the same issue I have with like BO6 and 7, at least in the beta right now. It's like you're given all this movement,
and you sit in a corner,
and you're sitting in a fucking corner. Like, what are you doing? Like, I can understand that if it's like search and destroy.
Yeah,
right?
One life modes. It's a bit more reasonable.
Your life, right?
Yeah.
But if it's something like hard point,
just get up and get active.
Just go to the point.
And it's not even like they're like a kill off of a nuke or a couple points off for wraps or something, and they're like playing a little radish. No, they're doing it the whole time.
Kill off their RCX.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can understand when you're really close to like a high-end kill streak, playing a little ratty, right, just to secure it. I totally understand that, but that's not at all what we're talking about here.
They're also probably sitting in the corner with like the brekkie or like, a shotgun. Like, it's like, bro, come on, just like move around. Like, the weapons in BO3's or multiplayer was so good. Like,
I liked a lot.
Pretty
of
much every weapon or every category, like SMG, AR,
the Gorgon
sniper,
2-tap,
shotgun, like they all had good weapons. Like all of them were good. You could get away with using any of them, to be honest. Obviously, there were outliers. Some were better, some were worse. But it's like you could get away with using all of them. And that's what made the original Dark Matter so fun to go for. It's because the weapons were good.
Yeah, I think the camo grind, even though that the previous titles from before Black Ops 3 had camo grinds, some of them, not all of them. It really started with Black Ops 3, though. I think it really started with Black Ops 3.
The previous CODs were just military camos, the same shit.
Gold, diamond, royal, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and then it's also like, we saw the same military camos, and we'll continue seeing them, to be honest. But then, obviously the mastery camos with BO3. I can't believe Battlefield's gonna be fucking. I can't.
The mastery camos in Battlefield 6.
Where the final camo that you're gonna unlock is a bronze that's barely covering the gun. Oh wow, crazy, and it's like all smudgy too. What is it with smudgy like gold and like why? Just make it shiny. Is the whole point.
But keep in mind, Battlefield 1 and 5 both had gold camos to some extent in the game.
Yeah.
But no, we get polished bronze.
Smudgy polished bronze.
Yes, yes. Moving on to IW. IW is the last good Infinity Ward game.
Yeah, wasn't it the last game also that they had like the whole putting like words and stuff on your weapons because of, well, you know, reasons?
It was either this or Black Ops 3. They've never come back past that, I'm pretty sure.
IW definitely had it because of that one clip that I think you or SB have still.
No, that was Black Ops 4.
Wasn't Black Ops 4?
Yeah,
Then I guess
I'm not showing that video, but yes, that is from Black Ops 4.
Then Black Ops 4 was probably the last game that had putting words and shit.
Yeah, but I don't think it had a custom emblem creator.
Oh yeah.
IW
probably.
though, right up there. Great zombies.
Yeah, it's a
great
it's
multiplayer.
A game I
one of
wish
the
I played more.
One of the best campaigns. The campaign is so good in this game. The multiplayer is so underrated. And
Ethan's the GOAT.
Ethan is the GOAT. And the zombies were pretty good too. I still wish that Extinction was continued, but you know.
The Infinite Warfare zombies, in my opinion, it's just better than BO3 zombies. And I say that as someone who loves, you know, Treyarch games, plays I've played all of their zombies. Infinite Warfare did zombies better.
Yeah.
You actually get
a
rewarded
proper EE reward
for doing the super Easter egg at the end. Like, all you get in BO3, the RK5 on spawn.
Not even pack-a-punched.
Like, yes, it's good, it's helpful, but the director's cut just gives you pack-a-punch to everything, free point. Like, it just gives you, if you want to like just play zombies, just play rounds and go for like, you know, go high rounds or just like
it's a true reward.
Your time away. You can just load in. You get everything already upgraded, and the whole map is basically open for you already, and it's just you just play.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't have to do all this bullshit ass setup just to like get into your one spot. It's like, I understand that like part of the game is, you know, setting up, but it's like if you do the super Easter egg, you've probably played enough zombies by the end of the year, because you only get that reward by the end of the year when the last map comes out.
Yeah.
So it's like, just let me play the game while it's still, you know, that COD for that year or whatever, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I prefer BO3 zombies as a whole, but Infinite Warfare zombies did it better.
Yes. And multiplayer side of things, it was good, dude. I loved IW multiplayer so much.
I think it was an improvement over BO3 zombies, just because like they pretty much just copy pasted it and then just improved.
You mean multiplayer?
Yeah.
You said zombies.
Did I say zombies?
Yeah.
I meant multiplayer.
I know what you meant though. But yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's
definitely
the same movement, it's the same gameplay. The guns are a bit different. You know,
I'd argue
same
Infinite
gameplay,
Warfare is a better special.
Well, because the system was done differently. But yeah.
I love IW with all my heart. I really do. I'd say if the later because let's be honest, Zombies in Spaceland is the best zombies map. The only reason why it's only in Fantastic is because I think that the zombie maps don't hold a steady, consistent greatness. I phrase that really weirdly, but
yeah,
if the maps just were consistently good, then it would probably go and GOAT, honestly.
Yeah, like the Infinite Warfare zombies. It's like the zombies as a whole is better than BO3 zombies. The maps are a bit short, but I mean, you're most likely. It's kind of like with like with BO3 or like, you know, later CODs like BO6 and stuff. It's like I played DE, Dies and Drag. That's all I played in BO3 zombies.
Yeah.
When I wanted to like do something, I was on DE, right? Black Ops 6, you want to do something, you're on Liberty Falls. On BO7, you're probably just gonna be on the farm. Let's be honest.
Farming on the farm.
Yeah, farming on the farm. IW, it's like you're gonna be on zombies in Spaceland. Like that's all you're gonna be doing.
I'm gonna get so much hate for what I'm about to do.
It's like the sort of just clean maps. Like, I mean, honestly, Shadows is a good map too. That just get on and spend your time on, because it is just a good map. But yeah, we can move on.
Should I just rip the Band-Aid real quick?
I can't tell. I don't remember. Oh yeah. You really like. I couldn't remember if it was that one or Vanguard that you liked a lot.
The campaign isn't the greatest thing to ever exist, sure. But it's a World War II campaign. It's pretty generic, honestly. If a World War II like, whatever. World at War, I'd say, did it better for campaign. But World War II was mostly the Pacific Front and the Soviet Front. But World War II was the American Eastern Front. Or, however you want to look at that. I think... No, Vanguard was the one that had a couple missions in Africa, which, by the way, Africa's involvement, or like the battles that were fought on the continent of Africa in World War II are always overlooked, and that always annoys me so much. But regardless, World War II, honestly, fire multiplayer. Loved the multiplayer for World War II so much. One of the greatest sniping CODs ever. Just general multiplayer was also pretty good. The zombies were really unique and really dark, and it was very interesting. It was very, like, World at War was Nazi zombies, right? But World War II was Nazi zombie. Like, it was metal, dude. It was great. I love World War II zombies. Pretty sure David Tennant was in that. But yeah,
Doctor.
Yeah, the 10th and the 14th Doctor. But I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but I think World War II has some of the best multiplayer ever.
I think this next one has to go pretty fucking high. I think it's either top of Fantastic or bottom of GOAT, to be honest.
Dude, we're going to get murdered. We're going to actually be murdered.
Yeah,
Black Ops 4
the
multiplayer
game that was basically skewered by Activision because they just wanted MW19 to come out,
and yet it still had the better
probably
BR,
better in every way.
the better multiplayer. The zombies definitely wasn't the greatest thing, but they were trying to do something different, and I respect that. It
had some hits though.
Yeah.
Like
dude, we're getting dragged into the streets, dude.
I don't know. I don't care. Find me. Do your worst.
Do your worst, Bert.
Your worst. I'm German now.
Oh my god. But no, dude, Black Ops 4 was such a insanely great multiplayer. It was just so good. I loved the manual healing. It was so good.
BO4 was probably my favorite multiplayer, to be honest. I think I spent the most time in that multiplayer.
It was such a good multiplayer, and it's so slept on. It was a great sniping COD. It was a great just multiplayer in general. Yeah, there was no campaign, but let's be honest. I mean, there kind of was with the specialist stuff, and we found out that what's her name is
Spectre is David's daughter.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna see her in Black Ops 7. Like, she has to be born at that point, right? I don't remember if we ever found out.
Isn't he in his, like, 50s?
Yeah, he's, like, 53 or something.
She's definitely going to be born at this point.
She's
probably around, like,
20 or something like that.
to 15 or something, I would assume.
No, because Black Ops 4 takes place in, like, 2040, so I'd imagine that by, like, 2035, she's probably in her, like, early 20s.
Oh, yeah, she's probably in her early 20s, yeah.
Dude, we're so dead. But I don't care. It's true. People are gonna look at this and just hate us. But the thing is that a lot of this is, and I'm stalling before we get to the modern installments here a little bit. But the thing is that a lot of it is like, yeah, they were good for their time, but times change, times move on. I don't like ranking things just based off of like when they came out, or being like, oh, but you can't hold that against them because they didn't come out at that time. And it's like, yeah, they didn't, but that doesn't mean that
off of selling, like how much it sells.
Yeah,
because this next one sold the best, but
we have our first trash tier.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The
beginning of the end.
Content popped off during this game. Warzone also came out, and that was also part of this game. Well, you know, the selling kind of was. It was the same. It was same shit, dude.
Yeah.
MP sucked. The campaign was whatever.
The campaign was the highlight.
The campaign was the highlight.
And that says something.
I don't even. Did they even have a third mode? I don't even remember.
They had the survival mode or something like that. I think maybe possibly. I don't really remember.
But who cares, basically.
Yeah.
But the main thing, the MP, that shit was so bad.
You had one map, shoot house. That's your map. You don't want to touch any other maps. You can thank this game for doors, by the way, which is going to probably come back with MW4, and MW4 is going to sell out of the wazoo because all the battle dads that want to sit in the corner are going to be like, oh my god, COD is so back.
Yes, them giving
the low
IW
IQs,
the new engine again for some reason.
The company that hasn't made a good COD in almost a decade, because that was like 2016.
Yeah.
So yeah, Modern Warfare is just, oh my god, that was the beginning of the end. But Treyarch is a bit golded. The multiplayer was just so good.
I can't say it's in Go. I think it's top of fantastic.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's either that or behind Infinite Warfare.
I'll give you that. The multiplayer was pretty good. Campaign, I don't know. I think past Black Ops 2, the Black Ops campaigns kind of just tanked a bit, but it doesn't really matter.
They're just like, I don't know. It's like, it's an interesting concept, the campaign. Doing the whole like actually, you know, it's like, you know, doing the whole spy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it did it better than Black Ops 6.
I agree. The BO6 campaign was kind of just.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
I liked the whole sort of twist at the end where he was your main character is like technically being brainwashed the whole time. Like I did like that twist. But other than that, it was kind of just like, I don't know. It's a campaign.
Yeah.
Most campaigns are kind of just like they're just there to play it once and then forget about it.
Some of them are really great. Some of them are just, yeah, it's a campaign.
Yeah.
The zombies is pretty good. I'd say Black Ops 6 does it better in every single way, but zombies aren't bad. I think the last map was it Forsaken. I know that the Forsaken, is it just called the Forsaken? For sure it is. It's been too long. Anyways, I think that's probably one of the better maps. Overall, the zombies, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's definitely we're figuring it out though. Like you can tell that they were figuring it out what they wanted to do.
Well, yeah, they had with more, you know, the more modern style, they had an idea of the direction they wanted to go for, and
then they perfected it in Black Ops 6.
Perfected it in BO6, and it's going to be even better in BO7. Well,
hopefully.
It's going to be pretty much the same, but like some quality of life.
You can't
stuff,
improve on perfection.
Yeah, you can't improve on. I mean, it's also like such a. Let's be honest. The 4 years. Well, when was Cold War came out? 5 years ago?
They had 4 years.
I think
most of that
3.5
time
to
went
4
into
years
Black Ops 7.
went into BO7. I think BO6
was a filler game.
They did the Omni movement for that game, and then everything else was just like a filler for BO7. I think BO7 is the game that they really
100% agree. And the fact that BO6 is a filler game and still one of the better CODs says a lot, I gotta be honest. But we're still on Cold War here. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. We do this a lot. Cold War multiplayer, really good. Really good.
Wasn't Cold War the first zombies to do a mastery camo grind?
No, technically not. Black Ops 3 had a zombies camo grind.
Well, okay,
not to the extent,
I don't
but
want to count that though, because it's just like you got 1,000
I'm pretty
kills,
sure
you get the red thing, but it's like, I mean, you know, Nebula, right? Like an actual grind.
I want to say one of these three had one, or maybe they all did. It's been over a decade now, though, so it's kind of a little fuzzy.
Infinite Warfare did, I think.
By the way, Infinite Warfare has one of the best mastery camos of all time. I'd like to point that out. But yeah, Cold War definitely one of the better modern
Modern
CODs.
CODs.
I would say that
In my
it does
opinion,
the
it's-
campaign
it's-
and multiplayer better than BO6, but BO6 does the zombies better.
I think that Cold War, before BO6, we'll say, I think
Mhm.
it's probably the best modern COD. I think MEW3 is also kind of up there.
Yeah.
Just in the sense
Sledgehammer
of
did
like,
what they could.
Sledgehammer was basically just picking up the pieces.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a glorified DLC, but that's because it kind of had to be. I think Sledgehammer's next game is probably gonna be fucking poppin', to be honest.
I hope. Okay. Admittedly, I never played Vanguard.
Yeah, I never played it either.
Never played
I've
Vanguard.
never heard good things about it though.
I heard that the multiplayer wasn't like that bad, but it wasn't like that great either. The zombies was really bad. The campaign was really bad.
Yeah.
But I never played it personally. MW2, I played the beta, so I get to put it in trash. I played
Yeah.
a match of the beta, and I said, "What have you done?" and uninstalled, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this
I
thing
think-
was awful.
I think the only redeeming quality that game has is just the campaign.
Yeah.
Everything else about it was actually horrid. Like
Yeah.
it was putrid. Like, it was the worst. I think the worst COD ever. I think.
I would go to that extent, which is saying something because Vanguard is not that well thought of, but it is. Oh wow, it is a bad COD. As for this game, that's not even made by Infinity Ward. I'd put it at the top of great.
I think MW3. Yeah, the campaign was short. Whatever the hell. Who cares?
Yeah, who
It's
cares?
a campaign. Who cares?
Who
It's-
cares?
The MP at launch wasn't the best, but once they started adding some of their
Mhm.
DLC maps, I think that multiplayer was probably one of the best we've had
MW3 has looked
recently.
back on pretty well by I'm pretty sure the AIM community likes MW3 a lot, I'm pretty sure. And I mean I see why. The more sniper rifle comes back for this, my beloved. A lot of AW weapons come back for this. Mwah. Love it.
Yeah,
Um
I think that they were kind of just like given, you know,
they were
they were given trash
yeah.
and they turned it into like
a polished silver.
yeah, they turned it into like, you know, they pulled some alchemical fucking shit going on and they flipped the script a bit.
But yeah, it's MW3. It's a glorified DLC. Now, Black Ops 6.
I can't say it can't be in GOAT. I think the problem with BO6 is the zombies was good. I
Yes.
like the zombies. I kind of wish there was a super Easter egg.
Which there
since
still might
wasn't,
be, but we don't
kinda
know.
hope
I doubt
that-
there is.
I kind of hope that they do that for BO7, but you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
Like an Ultimate Omega, you did both. Now that.
Out of all my master prestiges though, because I had the master prestige, I spent 90% of it in zombies.
Yes.
Probably 97% of it in zombies.
BO6.
I barely played the multiplayer.
Mhm.
The problem with the multiplayer, and I think this is why, like we both think that the game is a filler game, and like
Yeah.
most of the time was put into BO7. What I'm noticing, so I'll just compare the betas, right?
Yeah.
BO6 to BO7 beta, because we've been playing BO7 beta, right?
Yeah.
I think that the netcode dramatic improvement in BO7.
Massive improvements.
I think because of the new movement and all the new sort of stuff that they were putting into BO6,
Mhm.
I think the fact that it was a filler game and wasn't polished, I think that's the reason why the game felt kind of crap.
Yeah.
Even though the movement is very good, like I love Omni movement, I really do.
Amazing.
It's just I think that all the new stuff they were doing wasn't great on their servers because they didn't have it polished.
Mhm.
I think the reason with the problem with the game is it wasn't polished, but
Yeah.
the concept of the game and all the new stuff they added and like the zombies, I think it's good enough,
Mhm.
right? It's good enough to be one of the better CODs. It's better than MW2 for sure. I prefer it over MW3, but I can understand sort of the
Mhm.
whatever the correlation,
Yeah.
like, but it was a filler game. It's kind of like BO4. It was a filler
Yeah.
game,
And
they
yet
still
it
did
still
well.
outshined.
They still did well. I
Yeah.
think that obviously like there were issues with cheaters, obviously, whatever. But again, it was a filler game. here, like the next game, BO7, this is the game they really spent all their time on. You get your kernel level anti-cheat. But how many? You told me the number yesterday, but I forgot. Like, how many cheaters have they said they already banned?
Apparently,
already
it was
like
92 or 97%, something like that.
Yeah, it's just like a crazy number, and it's like, I mean, I think you and I have only experienced that one cheater.
Yeah,
and
he was so bad.
He was so. He had walls, but he could barely win gunfights, and he was tracking you to the walls. It was crazy. Bro should have paid that extra fucking $2,000 for aimbot, but you know, he probably would have got picked up by the anti-cheat if he did that.
Kernel level anti-cheats. What a miracle.
Shitty ass walls weren't good enough. To be honest.
Okay, so this Black Ops 7, this is gonna be a little difficult.
Well, it's difficult because all we have of it so far is the beta.
Yeah, but like,
we can base the MP off the beta. I think it's minimum fantastic. I think that off the beta and the multiplayer alone,
but
you can already tell that I think this game is gonna be
one of the
best COD we've had in a long time.
Yes. A very long time. I think
movement, the wall bounce, it's so great. I think the guns are all pretty good. Like they're all usable in a play style you want to play it in. You know, it's BO2 but
improved,
modern, basically.
Yeah.
It's just
like the BO2 remaster that people have been wanting for a long time.
Yeah, and the fact that they are just give us BO2 remaster, this is it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get, MWR, but for BO2, because the problem with that was people would buy Infinite Warfare with the MWR just to play MWR.
Yep.
Nobody played Infinite Warfare because of the remaster. They're never gonna do that again.
No.
It's not gonna happen again. BO7 is
it's your spiritual
BO2.
successor. Yeah.
It is a spiritual. It's a continuation of BO2, to be honest.
Truth be told, at this stage of the game, I would rather have spiritual remasters or whatever you want to call them over straight remasters, because I've already played Black Ops 2 a whole lot. I did all that already, but now I get Black Ops 2, but new,
but better.
Yeah.
And I think that the zombies will be good.
Co-op campaign with its own grind and XP gains.
Co-op campaign with, I'm gonna be honest, I think that the campaign has the best mastery camo.
To each their own. To each their own.
I don't know. Okay, people really apparently like Singularity, the multiplayer one. I think that one is the worst.
I think it was just terrible. A bad gun. I think it's just a bad gun.
It could be that they were showing it off on a bad weapon to show it off on, the PW, which I'm sad it isn't in the beta, by the way, but whatever.
Soon.
Yeah, soon.
But we just have to make it through Battlefield 6.
Yeah, but I think like Tempest is good. I think the Arclight is okay. I think people hype it up more than it should be, but it's okay. The Shattered Goal is actually kind of grows on me. Like at first I was like, but then I don't know. I looked at it a bit more, and it kind of it's different, obviously, but it's like it's pretty shiny for a gold, and I don't know why, but whenever they do like full gold, it just looks smudgy and gross, and I don't know why people do that. What's the point of having gold if it's got fingerprints and shit all over? It's like, why?
I just want a solid gold that's kind of shiny and reflective.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, so then obviously you have your multiplayer, zombies, and campaign grind, and co-op campaign. One now. Well, yeah, co-op campaign.
With a PvE like in-game thing.
Most likely, you and I will play the campaign together, and then we'll go off on our own and do the grind. Because we'll probably find while we're playing it, like in Destiny, like D1, when you'd open the moon door and then all the thralls would come out. We'll find a game. We'll find a mission in BO7 like that, and we'll just farm, the grind.
Yeah, that's the thing. We have not only the default like campaign missions, but then the final campaign mission or whatever is like that whole in-game thing where you're like on Avalon.
Oh yeah. The mission whatever maps, those two maps, the 20v20 maps.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something like that. And it's just like all PvE. and it sounds interesting. I'm just so happy that the campaign gives you XP towards your overall level, because that's something that bothers me so much with modern games. Is like I just want XP.
I don't know if they'll do the getting to play the campaign a week early thing.
Probably not because
of the fact that you share the XP.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, the reason why, and this was something that MW2 did that was actually great, is that they did the early campaign so you could play it like a week or two, whatever it was, before multiplayer, so you could immediately jump into multiplayer and not have to play the campaign. Because
they did that too with MW3, but because
I thought MW3 didn't get that.
No, they did it as well, and because of how bad the campaign was, that's why they stopped doing it.
Did MW2 do that then, or was it just MW3 that did that?
It was both. Both of them did that.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
I couldn't remember because I thought it was just MW2.
I remember that people talking about how BO6 wasn't going to get one.
Yeah.
And I think people were correlating it with the fact how bad the
Yeah.
campaign was, like how bad the pre-orders were and the campaign was for MW3. Even though it did turn out to be a good game, it's like whatever, right? But I think that obviously what you and I will probably do is hop in zombies first.
Probably.
Then play multiplayer. Yeah, level weapons and zombies. We'll play multiplayer, try and do some stuff in there, and then we'll probably one day or like one weekend we'll hop into campaign, just bang that out real quick, and it'll be pretty quick and pretty easy, and then back into MP and back into zombies. Basically.
Pretty much. But yeah, not having I think in this day and age, we need to have this true discussion about multiplayer games that also have a campaign. It's either the campaign gives you XP progression, or you give campaign like a week early for people to play, or like a couple days, whatever, like a little time before multiplayer comes out. People get given the campaign if you pre-ordered or whatever, and you get to play that before multiplayer, so then you don't have to worry about it.
MW4 is gonna be such a fucking letdown.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not buying it.
Unless I'm getting paid, I won't be buying.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, dude. Like, I can't. It's gonna be so bad. I'm so disappointed.
Let's get this out of the way here.
Yeah, I don't think BRs in any game in any sense are good.
No.
I don't think Apex is good. I don't think Warzone is good. I think Fortnite is the fucking game that ruined gaming, in my opinion. I think that game ruined everything, and I can't imagine how people can't see my perspective on that. Everything that Fortnite did has now been put into every other fucking game, and it sucks.
Involved. I already am gonna get crucified for what's at the top of the screen.
Fucking cares? Okay, I'm gonna speak my truth. Fortnite sucks.
It does.
Apex is mediocre at best.
I lost Titanfall 3 for it.
Yeah, I lost Titanfall 3 for it. Warzone sucks. Warzone 2.0 was even worse. Blackout is... I don't like Blackouts, but it's better than Warzone.
Oh yeah.
And the BR that I played the most was Hyperscape, and I only played it because it was just movement and fun. And
it just dawned on me.
But it was realistically not that great, and obviously Ubisoft, and obviously it didn't last very long. Mainly because they didn't put any content in the game.
It just dawned on me.
What?
So we're getting Blackout 2.0, right? But we're getting that in the spring. That means that we have 4 or 5, maybe 6 months at most before MW4 comes along and snaps it out of existence.
Yeah.
I think if it wasn't the beta and it was full launch, this would go up here and get it.
I think BO7 would probably be up in the top for GOAT, but because it's only a beta so far, and we haven't played the campaign, haven't played any of the other maps for zombies, and don't have access to all of the MP maps and obviously whatever DLC maps they add.
Yeah. Which is a lot of Black Ops 2 maps, from what I've heard.
Yeah, like
Black Ops 4 maps
too.
Something
like that.
Yeah.
I think
Black Ops 4
honestly,
had some great maps.
BO4 maps are perfect for Omni movement.
Yeah,
When they brought
especially
back
the wall bounce.
Hacienda, it's like, I think it was one of the better BO6 maps because let's be honest, BO6 had some kind of dog maps.
Oh yeah.
And I think that just like I don't know if they brought back more Black Ops 4 maps, like stuff like Arsenal, stuff like Frequency, Gridlock, which I'm pretty sure they're bringing back back. Jesus Christ, bringing back Gridlock. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's in the background image of the Rhino or something that they posted.
Yeah, it's like those are great maps for Omni movement, and I really hope that they do. Like even something like Seaside or something. Like BO4 had some incredible maps.
Yeah.
And if they just bring them back, like okay, and we've talked about this before, you and I don't want them to just bring maps back. Like I'm sick of Nuketown, I'm sick of Raid, I'm sick of them just bringing maps back. Obviously, Raid is a good map. I agree. Whatever. I don't think Nuketown's a good map. But whatever. But it's like, I understand. Bringing back old maps that people love because it's nostalgia bait or whatever. But I want new things.
Yes.
I want new maps. I want maps that
but
are new.
Here's the thing, though. This is Call of Duty. Anytime they try something new, they're
get flamed for it.
Yeah, and then when they go, fine, you want the old thing, here's the old thing, they get flamed for it. So there's no winning. No, there isn't. There's no winning.
And then people will look back on it, a few years later and be like, man, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah. But then, you'll have people like me that enjoyed it from the beginning, and I was part of the flaming. And it's just, I think COD always is at its best when it's futuristic, because it allows them to flex their creativity and get funky with it, like they're able to just do more with it.
I think that CODs honestly are at their best when they do, movement stuff like jetpacks, Omni movement, advanced warfare, like the hover jetpacks from BO3 and Infinite Warfare, the advanced warfare jetpacks,
exo movement,
exo movement. I think Omni movement's great. I think when it's just you can only run forward and you can only slide and you can only I just think it's boring. I think it's I think it's just stupid.
Imagine Black Ops 4 wall bounce.
You see in BO4, it's also it has the specialists and stuff. It has
it was the grapple hook.
It has grapple hook, overdrive. Like it has you have movement and stuff. And it's like and then you obviously have all the abilities like Annihilator, Tempest, whatever, right? And I think that just like having the movement allows you to play the game. It's what you and I've talked about this before, where it's like in Destiny and Trials, when someone's holding an angle with a sniper, there's a few ways you can chow him, right? You can slide around the corner, you can jump around the corner, or you can jump or like double jump around the corner, whatever, right? Jump, same shit.
Yeah.
Or you can just normal chow around the corner, right?
Right.
Most likely, if they're a good enough sniper, you're dead either way, right? If you're good enough at the sniping, you're gonna kill them no matter what. If they're in your vision, they're dead, right?
Right.
But I think that obviously not everyone is that good, right? So it's like you could quick slide around the corner, also with a sniper, bang, rip their head off, right? I did that so many times. You could jump, you could, whatever, right? With BO7, it allows you to peek a corner, either sliding, dolphin diving, normal just walking or running, or bouncing off the wall, upwards or sideways, however you want to chow them. And it allows you to sort of have more options and movement. Like on exposure, that one lane or Cortex, like in the biolab area, it's like you can just bounce between like the sides. It's like, yes, you lose momentum very quickly on the bounces, but it's like just bouncing gives you that extra movement. So it's like you could be, so say you're challenging me from the other lane of exposure. If you bounce off the right wall, I then have to correct from the middle of the lane to the right, but then you bounce to the left wall, I now have to correct, and then you bounce to the right wall, I now have to correct. You have so much more of an advantage because I'm not moving and you're constantly bouncing and I have to constantly correct my aim. I'm gonna lose that fight, right?
Yeah.
It just gives you so much more option to move quickly in smaller spaces. And like obviously something like, you know, Blackheart where all the walls are flat and it's like you can just like bounce off shit constantly. Even though you know that one spot in Blackheart where it's like, you know, you have to bounce off the one wall or the triangle wall to get in the middle.
I hate bouncing off the triangle.
I always die on that triangle wall. I don't know why.
It's
Whenever
because
I bounce off it, I die.
Here's I've noticed this with that triangle bit there. You'll mantle on it and then just plummet.
Yeah, that wall has a bit of an issue. I don't know why, but it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I find that I'll randomly mantle while trying to bounce off of it, and then I'll just plummet.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But yeah, I mean, you did a lot of the talking here. I can't lie, but you basically said anything that I would have said at any point. People are gonna hate this so much, but I don't care because they're
called freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Look it up, liberal. No, but it's this thing where I think a lot of stuff isn't remembered correctly, or they just look back at it as like, oh,
like
I had a lot of
yeah,
and it's just like Black Ops 4 was such an underrated COD. It was a great COD, and I think another issue too, though, is a lot of it is this great disparage between the type of players. Like you and I are way higher tier players than most of the average players out there. We don't like sitting in corners. We don't like doing that stuff. We like getting active, getting in the fights, being competitive. We like that kind of stuff. So, and to even further that, I'm a sniper. So a lot of this, I look at it through the lens of sniping, right? And that changes it even more because a lot of people don't like World War II, but I loved it because I thought it was an amazing sniping COD. And I mean, I still thought it was just pretty good COD all around. But it's I don't know. I think that you can tell a lot about a person based on their favorite COD, and also you can tell a lot. You can tell somebody's opinion on a COD or just FPS games in general just by watching their gameplay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been doing this for 58 minutes now, so that's our COD tier list that we worked on together. I think we agree on pretty much everything here, apart from the things that you never really played, but I did.
Well, it's also a case of like, yeah, I didn't play them, but I did also kind of watch some stuff from them, so it's like I have a bit of an idea.
I'd like to make one amend before we wrap this out. Vanguard had Godzilla in it. Okay, so with that said,
wasn't that when they did the Godzilla X Kong thing?
Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, Godzilla X Kong was up here, but this is Godzilla and Kong were on the map here. That all said, though, that's our Call of Duty tier list. You're gonna probably hate it, but the real ones know it's true. So yeah, this is not rage bait. Not everything that you see that you disagree with is rage bait. Chances are you're just very low intelligence. Okay, good night. Love you. Stay hydrated. Stay moisturized. Bye. Mwah. I got the shivers.